welcome back. I'm Annie from Hooks and Healers, and today I'm going to be walking you through a tutorial for this granny square blanket. It's super beginner friendly. It's so fun to make. These are my favorite blankets to make, and I love the vintagey feel that they give my living room, so I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So let's talk about the materials you're going to need to make this. So for starters, I'm using 4 different skeins of yarn in this project, and I'm using the Big Twist Value yarn in the colors cream, taupe, chocolate brown, and camel. Next, I'm going to be using a 5mm crochet hook, and this is my crochet hook from Furls, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see, this is the Jupiter color, and it's just so pretty and fun to work with. I just absolutely love this thing. Next, we're going to be using some scissors. These are my really cute scissors. They have like a little antique look to them, and then just some tapestry needles, and that is all we're going to need for this project. It's really simple and goes pretty quick, so I'm really excited to show you guys. I'm going to keep everything linked in the description for you guys, just in case you're curious about the things that I'm using, and that's everything. So let's go ahead and get started. To start our blanket, we're going to start by making a magic ring. So create an X like this, insert your hook, and pull that second strand of yarn underneath that first one, and chain 1 to secure it. Chain 1 more time for a total of 2 chains on the hook, and this chain 2 is going to be acting as our first double crochet. At this point, we're going to start to work our first real double crochet stitch, so I'm going to slow the video down quite a bit so you can really see what that looks like. To start, we're going to put the yarn over our hook, or yarn over, insert the hook into the middle of the ring, yarn over again, and pull up a loop for a total of 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through those first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through the second set of 2 loops. And that completes the first real double crochet. And this is the stitch we're going to be using throughout the entire blanket. If you find yourself having more trouble with the double crochet stitch, you can refer back to this part. But now we're going to work 1 more double crochet at normal speed here. And this makes up the first side of our granny square. So now to make the corner of the granny square, we're going to chain 2. And now we're going to start working 3 more double crochet just as we did before. So here's 1, 2, and 3, and now we're going to chain 2 again for another set of 3 double crochet. Here's 1, 2, and 3, and 2 more chains to make that next corner. And 3 more double crochet. As I'm working, you'll see me start to pull the end of the magic ring shut as I go. And now we're going to be left with this shape, and as we pull the magic ring shut, it's going to start to look more like a square. And now all that's left at this point in the first round is to chain 2 and fasten off that first round of the granny square. To do that, we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through that first loop, and chain 1. We're going to leave our hook here as we grab our scissors to cut a few inches away from that stitch, and all we're going to do is pull our hook through like this, and that's going to create a nice little knot for us. So this is the end of round 1 of our blanket. At this point, I like to sew in the end of the magic ring just to get that out of the way. So I'll go ahead and show you how you can do that here. I'm just going to go ahead and grab my tapestry needle and feed that through the end piece of yarn. And basically what we want to do is insert the needle into the granny square and pull the yarn through, going several different directions to make things nice and secure. Now that I've sewn in that end, I'm going to go ahead and cut the yarn and keep working on to round 2. So now I'm going to show you how we do a color change in round 2. And what you're going to want to do is start working where we previously left off into that most recent corner stitch. So you're going to see me insert my hook into that corner, and I'm just gonna feed the yarn through by wrapping it around the hook and pulling through. And once it's through, I'm gonna let it go and I'm gonna tie a knot to secure that new piece of yarn to the previous round. As we start to work the next round, it's really important that we hold both of those strand pieces with our left hand, as you see me doing here, because we want to make sure we're keeping those in the stitches so that we don't have to sew them in quite as much at the end. So now we're going to start by chaining 2, and that's going to count as our first stitch here, and we're going to work 2 more double crochet into this corner space. We're going to work the next 3 double crochet into the following corner space. Now that we've done those 3 double crochet, you're going to want to chain 2, and we're going to work 3 more double crochet into that same corner space. And each corner space is going to be just like this one right here. It's going to be a set of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Now that that first corner is done, I'm going to go ahead and work the next 2 corners the exact same way, and I will meet up with you for the last corner to show you how we end the round. Since we already have one set of 3 double crochet in that starting corner, all we need to do to finish the round is work 3 double crochet and a chain 2. And you're going to want to tie off here the same way we did with round 1. So now you're going to see me finish off the round by inserting my hook, pulling through the loop, chain 1. We're going to leave the hook attached here. Now we're going to cut the yarn and pull the hook through. Now we're going to change colors just like we did in round 2 by inserting our hook into the corner and feeding the new color yarn through. Once we have that through, we're going to tie a knot again. And I'm going to chain 2, which will act as our first stitch. We're now going to work 2 double crochet into that same corner space. And now that that's done, we're going to work another set of 3 double crochet in between the sets of 3 double crochet of the previous round, like I'm showing you here. So now I'm going to insert my hook into that space and work 3 double crochet. From this point on, we will be working 3 double crochet in each space from the previous round, and the corners will always remain as 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Now that we're back at the corner space, we will work 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And just like we did earlier in the round, we're going to work 3 double crochet into that space between sets of 3 double crochet of the previous round. We're going to repeat this on each side of the granny square and keep working the corners the same way we have been. And I will meet up with you at the end of the round to show you how to finish off. now that I'm back at that starting corner, we're going to go ahead and work 3 double crochet into that space and a chain 2. To tie off, we're going to insert our hook into that first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop and pull through, chain 1, leave your hook attached. We're going to grab our scissors and cut our yarn and then pull our hook through to secure. Round 4 is going to be the last round that I walk you through on camera, because after this you should have everything you need to keep continuing on with your blanket. So we're going to start by grabbing our new color of yarn, pulling that through the corner just as we've done in the previous rounds, tying a knot and chaining 2, which acts as our first stitch. Now we're going to work 2 more double crochet into that corner stitch. And now we are going to work 3 double crochet into the next 2 spaces from the previous row. Each time we add another round to the blanket, the number of sets of 3 double crochet we work will increase by 1. So for example, in the next round, you'll work 3 sets of 3 double crochet on each side. And now we're going to work that corner again by doing 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, and again we're going to do 2 sets of 3 double crochet on each side, and we're just going to repeat this around. And here I'm just showing you how these corner stitches are acting as increases, which is allowing the blanket to get larger in size. So each time we go around, we're going to be adding stitches, and that's because of the 2 that we're putting into each corner. Now that we're back at that starting corner, we're going to double crochet 3 in that space and chain 2 to finish the round. I really quickly just wanted to show you guys how these colors look in the daylight. I just absolutely love them and can't wait to see how this blanket turns out. So at this point, you're going to continue working the double crochet 3, chain 2, double crochet 3 into each corner, and a double crochet 3 in each space across the blanket. I chose to do 37 rounds for my blanket, but you can do however many rounds you'd like. And I'm going to meet back up with you at the final round of my blanket to show you how I worked the Picot border. I'm now almost done with round 37 of my blanket, and I'm going to work the border in the same color. So when I reach that starting corner, I'm not going to tie off the yarn. Instead, I'm going to slip stitch into the chain 2 at the beginning of the round in chain 1. We're going to single crochet 2 into the top of the next 2 double crochet stitches, and then we will work our first picot. To work the picot, we're going to start with 1 single crochet in the space you can see here. Chain 3, and slip stitch back into that first single crochet. It's best to slip stitch through the 2 loops that I'm showing you here just to keep everything looking neat. We've now worked our first picot. To continue, we'll single crochet in the next 3 stitches. Then we'll work the picot in the next space. You'll single crochet, chain 3, and slip stitch into that single crochet. Keep repeating the single crochet 3, picot, single crochet 3 down the length of the blanket, and refer back to the picot I showed you if you need some extra help. I'll meet back up with you and show you how to work the corner stitches. For each corner of the blanket, you'll single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. Continue working the 3 single crochet, picot, and 3 single crochet down the length of the blanket. Continue working this border along each side of the blanket and slip stitch and tie off when you're done. Now all you have to do is weave in all your loose ends, and that's it. And that wraps up our granny square blanket tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video because I had so much fun making this, and these blankets are just the best. I really hope you enjoy yours because they're a staple in my home as of late, so I'd love to see them. Feel free to tag me on Instagram or respond in the comments below. I love responding to you guys, so thank you again for your support and for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like and subscribe. It all means so much to me. And until next time, guys, happy crocheting!